Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of season 2 here at Newcastle United on FIFA 19. In the last one we made a new signing, although it's someone we've seen before at the club in Ruben Loftus-Cheek. We also had great performances from a new player in Eduardo Salvio. Of course, he joined us on a pre-contract earlier on this year. We made a sale and we sold Javier Manquillo, our backup right back, to bring in Aaron Wan-Bissaka, another new right-sided defender. He's going to start initially ahead of DeAndre Yedlin purely because of his better physicals. With regards to his height, mainly. He's 6 foot tall, and whilst his overall is only 74, and those stats there don't look too impressive, his tackling stats of 79 and 82 are actually very good. So I'm contemplating starting to train his ball control and his passing, etc., and hopefully his overall will shoot up. We are currently training a number of youngsters we've got at the club, including our very high potential right-sided midfielder, Toby Mitchell, who's 5-star weak foot, 5-star skills. Very intrigued to see how he grows. We're looking to sell on a number of players still in this window if we can. We've got a couple of deals potentially in the works. Matt Ritchie to Grêmio and Lazar being sold as well to Funchal. So we'll have to wait and see. We've then got Diame, Shelby and Colback all to sell from the centre mid role, as well as Henri Saive. Muto up top, Jacob Murphy out wide, Leon Fernandez. There's so many players I want to move on. But I can't afford to bring someone else in until those players have left. So for now, it remains as is. In fact, I want to put Key on the transfer list as well, because I wasn't able to do that last season because he was a new signing at the club. So I can do that now as well. Where are you? Ki Sung-young, age 30, add to transfer list. Thank you very much. He's valued at £6.5 million, but he is on a decent amount of money, £40,000 a week. We do have a number of players that only have a year left on their contract, including Freddie Woodman, who actually I do need to offer a new contract to. The rest all look like they're hopefully going to be sold. Ritchie's in the process of leaving us. Saive, Ki Sung-young, Jack Colback, etc. and a couple of youngsters I'm really not that bothered about. Federico Fernandez can go as well. Woodman, though, I would like to delegate the renewal. 30,000? He's on £4 a week right now. Jeez, I can't offer him too much because I'm not earning much. Okay, yeah, I don't have much to give to him. So sorry, Freddie, but you're gonna have to wait for now. Maybe we'll offer him a deal right at the very end of the season rather than doing it now. But we will play we can play now. Hunky. I think it's Ibar from Spain up first. I'd very much like to win this to get ourselves through to the next round if we can, to the final, because there's another at least £4 million to be won if we can win the entire tournament. With Ibar first, then it will be either Levante or Ajax in the final. But let's win this one first and ensure we go through. Thumbs up if you enjoy. Subscribe too to make sure you don't miss out on any further videos. And hopefully we can continue on our good form from yesterday. Nice interception from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He's had a great pre-season so far. Unfortunately, Philip couldn't quite get his ball control on point there, but Iosi Players will retrieve possession here. We'll work it in there to Jacob Murphy and then whip the ball in. Salvio could have been underneath it. Unfortunately, he wasn't. It's going to come here to Nano or to Regis. Nano again. Kind of got in the way there, Jamal. Went to try and tackle the man. Jamal Lascelles stood in between me and the ball. Wan-Bissaka does well on that occasion, though. Nicely done. First time I've used him in games so far, and he's impressed. That's 1-2 there with Jacob Murphy too. Let's get the ball down the line here. I think you might have been offside there, Iosi, so I'll hit it early. It's a very good finish, but it won't count. What is that touch? Ben Chilwell's first touch has chested it straight to the Ibar man. I have no idea what he was doing there. Ovias will take the corner for Ibar. It's not the best. Ozzy Perez's touch is very good on that occasion. Through there to Jacob Murphy. A counter-attack is on. Philip is making runs in front of me. Got people arriving in support. We'll get this out wide here to Wan-Bissaka. I'll tell Savio to make the run down the line. It's a lovely ball into the space from Wan-Bissaka, and Salvio whips the ball in, and Phillips underneath it, and that is 1-0 Newcastle. A wonderful goal on the counter-attack. Absolutely brilliant from their corner. We take the lead in the 25th minute. Great start. Corner for Ibar. We scored from their last one. We cleared that away, but not very far. Maybe we can score still. Shelby with a header up, not necessarily away. Apakuli Diop, Evias, Regis, good block, another corner. Pinned in right now here by Eibar. Their passing hasn't been too good so far, only 75% accuracy. Though to be fair, mine at early 80s isn't necessarily impressive either. Evias into the middle, Wan-Bissaka heads away. That is exactly the scenario why we brought him in. Because he's taller and can deal with those crosses to the back post, which is something DeAndre Edlin struggled with last season. Nice to see that the reason we brought Wan-Bissaka in the first place is proving to be justified, even in just that one instance, because that will be the first of many times this season. How is that not a foul? That will be the first of many times this season where he does exactly that to ensure the opposition don't have a chance of scoring a goal. In there to Ruben Loftus-Cheek on his left. He's even better this year than he was last. Ruben Loftus-Cheek at it again. Newcastle 2, Eibar 0 in stoppage time at the end of the first half. That left-footed strike was absolutely brilliant. Keeper motionless. What a player. Forward there to Ruben Loftus-Cheek at wide to Eduardo Salvio. I see the run of Iosi Perez. We're not going to be able to use him yet. Maximilian Philip. Might not even need him at all. Maximilian Philip. Oh, Ruben Loftus-Cheek tipped up and away by Van Schoo. Van Schoo. Very, very well dealt with by the keeper. Oh, side netting only from Leyoun. Very nearly 3-0. And that header, please. Yes, Wan-Bissaka doing it again. I tell you, and he's in the way there too. Rather fortunate way it's dropped back to Mateu, to Pravkara. Caught on a defender and a teammate. Maximilian Philip loses that in possession there. And now here come Eibar again. Papakuli Diop to Calavera. Cuts inside there. Matt Ritchie trying to close him down, but can't keep up with him or outmuscle him. Nano and Alvarez linking up well. That's deflected. Going down for a corner. Mateu will deliver the ball in. Augustin has come on for Regis. Tupraka's not headed or not punched that away, and I needed to header it away from the second effort. There's Coty, Nano, Mateu, Wan-Bissaka. Mateu's just kind of walked through that challenge. Oh! We really are pinned in right now. We were at the end of the first half as well. They can't seem to score, Eibar. Pravka punches away almost every single corner they throw into the box. Sergio Alvarez will try again. Augustin. He'll shrug off Chilwell. Ball comes in. Wan-Bissaka with the header away. Again. Very, very important that he does that when the competitive league season arrives. As you can see, top left, we will be having Brighton and Hove Albion in our first league game. Get up, Matt Ritchie. You're in the process of being sold. I do not need you to get injured now and for the transfer to fall through. Thank you very much. Narrowed myself up there a little bit. Still, I come forward. Oh, I'm not sure whether that was actually headed in or not. Well, held by Dubravka. 20 minutes to go. Eibar still trying to get themselves back in it. And there is time. Certainly is time to score 2 goals. I don't think they will, but there is time to try and do it. Look at that out there looking for Eduardo Salvio. Oh, he's left the defender for dead. We'll smack it into the middle, and unfortunately, Paolo's in the way. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was there available. I made a number of substitutions there. Key with the ball in, flicked on by Leyoun. Again, I think it was. No, Maximilian Philip with the header. Unfortunately, rather comfortable for the keeper. And now here come Eibar from my corner. We scored from theirs. Are they about to do the same from mine? Well, at least challenge. Leyoun running out of stamina here. Dinked in, flicked on, and yes! Ah, what a volleyed finish that is from Augustin. Bit of a Paulo Dybala celebration as well. Well, I scored from their corner. They've scored from mine. Great finish, but unfortunately for them, one isn't going to be enough. Ruben Loftus-Cheek forward to Roth. Quickly there to Maximilian Philip. To Roth again. Philip. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Buries it. Ruben is deadly in front of goal. Now I know why they added the 25 goal clause in his contract. He scored 3 in pre-season already. Out to Max. Down the line to Matt Ritchie. Are we in for a fourth? I'm going to drill this hard and low. And it didn't really go according to plan. Drill it through the air. And didn't go according to plan. Key. Oosh. Vachon. With a good save down low. He's already conceded 3. Nearly a fourth. Ritchie with the delivery. Wagner's up. As is the ball over the top of the bar. But there's the final whistle. It's a 3-1 win. We're through to the final of the pre-season tournament. And the extra pennies will most certainly come in handy. One thing I do need to do, actually, is send my youth scouts out again. I don't believe that they're currently out looking at players. Levante win 4-3 on penalties against Ajax after a 1-1 draw, and we will have our rematch in the final. It was the first game of the pre-season tournament. It will be the last game of the pre-season tournament. Newcastle versus Levante. Your guys' trick worked. Schmitz has gone out on a 1-year loan deal to Defensa. The trick of getting the loan move, then going and taking them off the loan list in the same day that the offer comes in, putting them on the transfer list has worked. And Lennart Schmitz has gone out. But I had an offer in for Ben Chilwell. He has expressed his desire to leave the club, but I would like him to stay. So I'm sorry, Arsenal, but he stays. Now, Matt Ritchie, however, has been sold. £8.2 million. And there's been an offer for Harriet. Inter, and I don't know enough about him yet to commit to trying to bring him in. Also, Kennedy was our main target on the left-hand side, wasn't he? So we could try and get Kennedy now, or we can wait. I might wait and see if there's another signing first. Let's put Mitchell on the bench, and then I'll just move Woodman back into the correct position. There we go. So, yeah, Chilwell will continue. Jacob Murphy will continue for the time being on that left-hand side. He's actually not been too bad. I'll give him his dues. He's not been too bad at all. But I would like still to sign Kennedy. But I might wait for one more sale just to guarantee I can afford it. Where that sale comes from remains to be seen. I'd like to sell the 2 bloody centre-backs because I really don't need them, nor do I need to replace them. I need to get Leyoun and Fernandes out of the club as soon as possible because there's 20-odd million there, at least, in available funds that I cannot seem to generate offers for. Transfer list, they'll sort by position. Leyoun, 10.5, £40,000 a week. £5 million for Federico Fernandes, £37,000 a week. 2 high earners. Decent fees could be raised, but no bids so far. Would very much like them to leave the club if we can get them gone, but if no one bids, then no one bids, and I can't move them on, and if I haven't got the pennies, I can't bring anyone else in. Auto replace for the game against Levante. It's final time. Nicely done by Iosi to win that back. Shelby quickly forward to Philip. Well, this has to be 1-0. Oh, not the most accurate of finishes, actually, from Eduardo Salvio, but it does go in. Questions asked to the goalkeeper there, at least from that initial angle. Looked like it went straight through him. So much space for Salvio. I settled myself as well and narrowed the angle a little bit. Just shot power's beating him. It wasn't near the corner. Keeper perhaps should have done better with that. Not that I care. 1-0. Chilwell. Oh, into Loftus-Cheek. The temptation to shoot is too much. And that's going to go in. Ha! Okay. What? Ruben Loftus-Cheek is apparently the best central midfielder in the world right now. He's untouchable. Jonjo Shelby jinking one way than the other. And then he puts it top bins as well. Where's that come from, Jonjo? 2-0 Newcastle. I'd rather Ruben Loftus-Cheek's goal went in, but still, he's done well there. Jinking one way then the other to send the defender. That's a great shot. Oh, I didn't see that coming from Jonjo. I'd still like to sell him, but if he's going to be doing that on a remotely frequent basis, maybe he can stay. Does anyone? Salvio inside to Key. Forward to Mo Diame. Both off the bench here. There's Ayozi. Looking to twist and turn away. Diame. go for the 1-2. He stumbled a little bit. Modiami just powering through. The shot was terrible. We'll drop there to Salvio. And here's Ozzy Perez. Okay. Wasn't necessarily meant to go back to Wagner, to be completely honest, but never mind. Here's Mitchell. Those 5-star skills will come in handy. That's a good delivery, and the header straight at the keeper. If we'd shot away from the goalkeeper with the majority of our chances today, we would have scored more than 2 goals. We've had a number that have gone straight at him and down his throat. Mitchell with the delivery. It's another good ball in. Oh, that might drop to me. It hasn't quite. 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot for Mitchell on the currently left-hand side, although he's down as a right mid or centre mid. Wagner steps in and utilising his strength there to get the ball away as well. Bardi, nice turn. Doucouré. Key steps in but can't get the ball off him. Doucouré looking for the ball through, but Dubravka gets there. Comfortable 2-0 win over Levante here. Certainly improved performance from the first game of pre-season in the group stage where we lost. We'll look for Philip. And I see the run on the far side, but I couldn't get out of his feet in time. 5 to go. Luna with the throw inside. Doucouré out to Luna. That's a good ball in, but Wagner flicks it away. And that will probably round out the game, to be honest. There's not much time left. In fact, only a matter of seconds, and there is the final whistle. So we win the pre-season tournament. We were very, very solid from, well, basically from that first defeat against Levante onwards. We were very good in the latter stages of the group stage, and then today we've been just as impressive in the knockouts. Actually very pleased with how that pre-season tournament went, all told. Guerrero's up to 65 rated, just. Toby Mitchell still on the hunt for 66 rated, but getting there. We have 4 emails. An offer for Isaac Hayden. That's good news. Another £3 million added to the transfer budget. We've maximised our potential from that pre-season tournament. I'd be tempted just to accept that, but if I can get them up to 5.5, then that'd be great. Dear PSV, please accept 5.5 as a counter offer. He's only 24. To be fair, I probably could have asked for 6. No, I couldn't have asked for 6. Okay, how about 4.8? Actually, 4.8 is a big drop down from 5.5. How about 5.1? I'll meet you halfway between my 2 offers. And they'll accept 5.1. Thank you very much. Right, hopefully that's Isaac Hayden leaving, and that will free up some more funds. Nabil Bentaleb. £19.5 million valuation. He looks very good, actually. Right, let me do a comparison in the transfer hub. Nabil Bentaleb and Jack Wilshere are going to have to fight it out here, I think, between who becomes our second central midfield signing. Jack Wilshere, 5'8", 80 rated, 27 years of age. What's his valuation? 15 million, 60 grand a week wages. There is technicals. And then Nabil Bentaleb, 6'2" and 4-star skills as well. 19.5, £53,000 a week wages. He's just gone to Crystal Palace. Right. Well, Nabil Bentaleb won't be running Jack Wilshere close because he's moved to Crystal Palace. So he's off my shortlist. Tusa, I'd very much like to get some final details on. We know he's valued at 14.5 now. Doucouré is expensive. I certainly can't afford him, I don't think. Zachariah, hello. 15.5 already, scores to 22.8. Might be a goer. Certainly might be a goer. Not sure about Barak. Winks. Tom Davies. Guzman. Thomas. No one's really standing out to me so far. Bardi could. Bardi definitely could. 17 million is valuation. We'll wait for the scout box, which should come back before we reach the first game of the season against Brighton, which is on the 10th. Brighton, Fulham and Tottenham. We might have a Carabao Cup tie between now and then as well. A transfer for another one for Chilwell that I shall be rejecting. I want Chilwell to stay. There's no point selling him because I'd only have to replace him, and that would mean that I wouldn't actually gain anything financially from moving him on. Jack Colback, however, yes. Could you maybe... Oh, it's going to be minimal. It's more the wages I'm after here. To be fair, there's not too much point negotiating an extra couple of 100,000 out of this, but I will try if I can. 610. I'm just going to accept it. It's not going to make any difference. It's the wages that we could do with, or the space made from the freed up wages that we could do with. Transfer for DeAndre Yedlin that I should be rejecting. He stays. DeAndre Yedlin stays. We sold Javier Manquillo instead of DeAndre Yedlin. Isaac Hayden's transfer talks broke down. Why would you do that to me? Oh, he's not going to go to PSV. Lazar. Santos coming in 740. I'll just accept that. He's rejected the others. Maybe he'll actually finally accept one. We'll have to wait and see. Jack Colback sold. A loan offer for Sergio Vega. Oh, we said we wouldn't loan these kids out, so I'm going to reject that one. I have already sent Schmitz out on loan, of course. An offer for Jacob Murphy. Now, this is where we're hoping to make the money to be able to bring in Kennedy, because Jacob Murphy would be the man that would make way for him in the starting lineup. I'll ask for 7.5, and we'll see what they say to that. Well, they say 6.6. Would you meet me in the middle and maybe say 7.1? Yes. All right. Thank you, Chris Houghton. Jacob Murphy on the way out, it seems. When he goes, we will be able to bring in Kennedy for sure. I've actually had some scout reports back, youth reports back. I've got a couple of promising youngsters. Declan Jackson, centre mid, English, 15 years of age, 60 rated, potential of 82 to 94. Looking good. Luis Mendoza, a Spanish centre mid, 62, potential of 72 to 94, but technically looks decent already. As you can see there, with some training on passing, he could become a first-team contender in the not-too-distant future. And then a right winger, Albert Boehm. Not sure about him, but Luis Mendoza, in fact, I'm going to promote him to the senior team already. And we'll have a look and see what his potential is. Because if I start training his passing now, considering technically he's already an exciting prospect, that's good news. So technically he's already looking like he might be, he's got 4-star weak foot as well, 3-star skills. Technically he's looking promising already. If I can get his short passing up and his crossing maybe, then he could be a very handy player. Maybe tackling. Oh no, his slide tackle is very poor. Okay, not going to make much of a CDM then, is he? But still, looking good. 4-star weak foot and Zimmerman. Now that Mendoza's come through, Zimmerman I might be open to actually loaning. And Vega, 4-star skills on him. Yeah, looking good. Looking good for the future here at Newcastle, but not looking too shabby for the present either. A loan offer for Simon Guerrero that we shall be rejecting. He's staying at the club for now. The youngster, growing well. Moving into the month of August, I will alter the training soon. And my Scout Future Star has returned with Elliot Phillips, a right-sided midfielder that's 15 years of age, 79 to 94 potential. Okay. Potential to have another winger at the club. Scout Future Star comes back. That's good news because it means I'll have options then. If Jacob Murphy goes, which indeed he has now, Jacob Murphy sold, top left, and Lazar sold as well. And finally, a transfer for Lyoun. We're getting going. We're getting going in this transfer window now. This is great news. If I could get upwards of 15 for Lyoun, or even just 15, I'd be delighted. Right, that is superb. We've got loads of scout reports come back now. So, and Jacob Murphy sold, confirmation of that. So I'm going to go and have a look at these scout reports and then I'll cut back to you. Maybe even with a transfer bid for Kennedy. Okay, so I've removed players that I'm not interested in, and we're left with players that I would consider signing. Toussaint at centre mid. Definitely a defence-minded central midfielder. His passing isn't that good, but 85 stand tackle is the reason he's still on my shortlist. Physically he's good. 84 strength, great stamina, good jumping, good aggression, good interceptions. Reactions aren't bad either. I could potentially train the short passing, etc., but that might not be too much of an issue if he's just there purely as a holding mid alongside Ruben Loftus-Cheek as an enforcer. Decore obviously is great, but he's at my price range right now. Corona's still there. Nicola Pepe, he looks okay. He's quick, obviously, good agility, and at 6 foot tall would be a decent play. Okay ball control, okay dribbling, but with the Scout Future Star and having young Toby as well, I'm not going to look for another young potential winger. I'd only sign an established winger, I believe, at this stage. Or at least that's what I'd like to do. Dennis Zakaria really still continuing to pique my interest. Those technicals look great for a 22-year-old, and physically he looks superb as well. Will Hughes is still here, although not anymore. And Jack Wilshere is still here purely because we might be able to pick him up a little bit cheaper because he's at West Ham and they got relegated and he's now a Championship player. Bardi actually still intrigues me as well. 24 years of age, 80 rated, 92 free kick accuracy, and those technicals look great as well. And 70 stand tackle, he's going to be decent in the tackle, or good enough, and could be quite creative alongside Ruben Loftus-Cheek. They might complement each other very well indeed. So I think it's between Bardi and Zakaria currently for that centre mid spot, although I would consider Toussaint or Wilshere as well. Kennedy, obviously we're going to try our best to sign now. In fact, I'm probably going to try and sign right now. And then Amin Harrit looks decent as well. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Actually rejected the move to Inter Milan. 92 acceleration and agility. High balance, decent sprint speed. High ball control, dribbling, and short passing is pretty decent too. Can play at centre mid as well as either side of midfield. He looks like he could be pretty damned impressive. And he's not on much wage-wise either. Now, Kennedy is on a whack wage-wise, but we know Kennedy is a proven performer for me. I know Kennedy is going to do a job. So I'm going to sign Kennedy for sure, and then we'll see what we've got left after this deal. We'll offer a transfer fee, and I'm not going to offer too much. I'll just offer 13 million and hope that they'd be open to it. They may even accept that straight away. 14.4. I will try and save a little bit if I can, but I'm quite happy to accept 14.4 if they come back with that again. We'll offer 13.8 and they may meet me halfway. 14.1. It's fine. They've met me halfway between mine and their previous offer. Kennedy. Now, will he take a big wage cut? Ruben Loftus-Cheek halved his wages to come to Newcastle. Kennedy, hopefully, will do the same. I'll be delighted if he does. Important is fine. 5 years would be great. They'll probably ask for 3. No, they're happy with 5. Wonderful. No release clause. Quite happy with that. Now, give me a figure. 42.5. He, too, is going to be willing to cut his wages to join us here at the club. Now, would he be willing to go down to 38.5? Maybe. Just to save a little bit more. 42.5. Okay. How about 40 flat on the nose? Meet me almost halfway. 41.5. Alright, done. Kennedy in. So he rejoins us from last season as well, and he will start on the left-hand side of our midfield as he did last season. Jonjo Silva's actually gone up a rating. I've just noticed. Right, let's get... Oh, he's in the right position there now, Mendoza. Good. Mitchell's up to 67, so he's continuing to grow. Now, when Leung hopefully sells to Tottenham, and then fingers crossed Key or Diame or both, or Jonjo Shelby as well, get sold, we'll be able to bring in another central midfielder as well. Or maybe not 2. Maybe we won't completely gut the squad and make loads of signings this window. That might be too much too soon. But with the Leung deal, I will most certainly be able to afford Dennis Zakaria. So we'll have to wait and see. And Leung hopefully will sell between now and... Oh, loan offer for Zimmerman. I would accept that. Transfer for DeAndre Yedlin. We will reject that. Oh, it was from Palace as well. So we might have done a swap with Wan-Bissaka. Now, we'll go as far as the game against Brighton. Transfer for Key. Hello. Undervaluation. But we'll try and get as much as we possibly can for him. Proposed new transfer fee. 7.5. I know I'm appreciative of the fact that he's 30 years of age, and 6.7 I will accept. Thank you. Key leaving, which will open up the way for someone else to come in his place. If I can sell Isaac Hayden as well as Key, that'd be great. Leon sold. Zimmerman loan move rejected. Napoli have offered 13.7 for John Joe Shelby. Now he was average last season. Average at best for me last season. But in pre-season, he's actually impressed, John Joe Shelby. With 26 million here now, with the sale of Leon. So I can go out and get Dennis Zakaria, and with Key leaving as well, or hopefully leaving as well, I might keep John Joe Shelby at the club. Let's put Key in there, John Joe Shelby onto the bench, and I'll hold off on the sale of John Joe Shelby. I will neither accept nor reject. We shall wait. We shall wait. Because I have, and this came up in the comment section as well, I have recently, in just generally in series, tended to make loads of signings in season 2 and completely kill the series and remove all progression for future seasons. So we might take things slightly slower in this save, develop our youngsters, and then see what happens after that. So let's try and bring in Dennis Zakaria now. I'll offer 15. That might just be completely under valuation. 18.5. Great. Superb. Right. Can I have him for 16.8? This would be wonderful if we can get Dennis Zakaria in. Oh, wow. Let's get this done. He'll replace Sonjo Shelby in the starting lineup. Squad roll. Important. Good. Oh, wow. This is going to be superb for us. This will turn out to be an extremely profitable and fantastic window. I'm quite happy to accept all of that straight off. Dennis Zakaria is in. This is a great window for us. Absolutely superb window for us. All right, Dennis. Thank you. And we still got players like Muto to sell on that we haven't done yet. And Henri Saive. And Isaac Hayden. I think John Joe Shelby will stay for now. But Dennis will go in alongside Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So our entire midfield 4, even though Kennedy and Ruben Loftus-Cheek were here on loan last season, our entire midfield 4 is new this year with regards to permanent transfers. Then Wan-Bissaka and Reyes also in too. I think that might be it for this window. We can always go again in January with further sales, but I think that might be it for this window. But we'll wait and see. Transfer for DeAndre Yedlin that I shall reject. And I am going to reject the offer from Napoli for John Joe Shelby. For now, John Joe Shelby stays. We can readdress that again in January if we want to. Butler in spot Wagner, yes. Loan offer for Zimmerman. Again, I'll accept. I don't think he's on the loan list, Zimmerman. So I'll have a look. And we'll maybe do the same trick that we tried with the other youngster. Zimmerman. Remove from loan list. Oh, no, not view offers. And add to transfer list. That should ensure that he then leaves. Alright, Maximilian Phillips, 81 rated now as well. I think that's up one, as is Ozzy Perez, 79 potentially. Okay, Brighton at home. We will start the Premier League season tomorrow. And there may yet be further sales to come. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more. And I'll see you tomorrow.